Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Willie Lawson Show here on Blog Talk Radio. This is a show that changes your mind so you can change your community for the better. All right. Well, welcome to the Willie Lawson Show here on Blog Talk Radio. We appreciate you being here this afternoon. It is a lovely, fabulous, wonderful, lovely day here in Tampa Bay. It is probably 78, 79 degrees. The humidity is frankly almost non-existent. So it's one of those days where, you know what, you are thrilled and happy that you live in the state of Florida. Beautiful in Central Florida today. And we are on early today because I have, through my fabulous network of friends, and I've got some great friends that, this show and my campaign has allowed me to know. One of them is Chef Gaston. Chef Gaston owns Gaston Culinaries, who actually provided the food for my campaign event on Friday. I could publicly thank them, especially if you're in the Tampa Bay area, and if you've got an event that you need culinary expertise, Gaston Culinaries, they're at 2802 North 17th Street, and if you want to know how to get in touch with them, and because you have something coming up real soon, be sure to just send me an email at wls860@gmail.com, because I think that's the way to go. But anyway, they got me hooked up with a young man that I'm sure you know, because everybody knows. It's going to be on the show in a minute. His name is Delatorro McNeal. Delatorro McNeal is one of the top and highly sought out public speakers in the world. Most recently ranked one of the best motivational speakers in the world. He has been transforming lives of people for 15 years. Delatorro has delivered well over 3,000 paid presentations to major corporations, professional associations, conventions, pro sports teams, churches, and leadership conferences. His clients include Johnson & Johnson, New York Life, J.P. Morgan Chase, Prudential, Accenture, and a host of others. Delatorro holds the prestigious CPS certified public speaking designation, placed him on the top 7% of paid professional speakers worldwide. Delatorro has been featured on national and worldwide television networks like Fox, ABC, NBC, BET, TBN, Daystar, and Oxygen, as well as syndicated radio shows all across America. And today he is our guest. So can't be more thrilled. Can't be more thrilled about that. That's the truth. And because of our connection, we were able to hook up with Delatorro, and he's going to be on here in just a little bit. So I'm excited, thrilled, as a matter of fact, that he's going to be on the show. That we're going to be able to talk to him about not only his career and where he started and how he got to where he is, but a very, very special project that I and he want you to be involved in, because that's what this is all about. This show, frankly, has never been just about me. It's always been about you and you doing something, because it doesn't matter. Frankly, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm one person, but you're thousands of people. I mean, you get me? I'm one person, but you're thousands of people. And thousands of people can make things happen. One person can do what one person can do. But you're thousands and thousands of people. So with this never fucking works.
You have discriminating taste and an eye for the impressive. You need to surround yourself with not only beauty, but quality. That is why you are looking for a new construction home for you and your family. Let the experts at New Homes of Tampa Bay guide you to and through your new home purchase process. With access to hundreds of model homes throughout the Tampa Bay area, New Homes of Tampa Bay is sure to find that perfect match of budget and beauty you are looking for. New Homes of Tampa Bay can save you thousands of dollars while costing you nothing. Call us today before you start your new home search. New Homes of Tampa Bay at 813-770-9452 and at www.newhomestpa.com.
All right, we're back. It just seems like we had a little technical situation that I think that we have now taken care of. And again, apologize for the technical stuff. This is the internet after all, and obviously it's not fixed. It's not perfect. But we're back. Our guest today is Delatorro McNeal, and Delatorro McNeal is one of the top and highly sought out public speakers in the world. Most recently ranked one of the best motivational speakers in the world, and has been transforming lives and people for 15 years. He's delivered over 3,000 paid presentations to major corporations and professional associations, conventions, sports teams, churches, leadership conferences. Clients include people like Johnson & Johnson, New York Life, J.P. Morgan Chase, Prudential, and a host of others. So he also holds the prestigious SPS designation, placing him in the top 7% of paid political professional speakers worldwide. He's been on Fox, ABC, NBC, BET, TVN, Daystar, Oxygen, and the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, all of it, as well as many syndicated radio shows across the country. And today, he is right here on the Will Austin Show. And so without further ado, I'd like to thank our guest, Delatorro McNeal, for joining us this morning. Good morning, sir.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? I'm really excited to be with you, Willie, man. I'm right here. Hello.
Delatorro, are you there?
I'm right here. Hello.
Are you there?
Hello. I'm right here. Hello.
Hang on a second. Give me just a second there. Okay. There you are.
Empowered greetings. What's going on, everybody?
It's all good. It's all good. We're having more fun than we're supposed to be having at this point in our lives.
I got you. Thank you so much, Willie, for having me on your incredible broadcast. We're really excited about it, sir.
I appreciate you taking the time from this beautiful day here in Tampa Bay. You could be outside in the yard because it's gorgeous. You're inside and talking to me, and I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. The honor is mine. Thank you so much for having me.
No worries. Listen, tell real quick the thumbnail. Now, I'm sure you would need a number of thumbnails to tell my listeners how you got to where you are. They tell me that you're in the top 7% of paid professional speakers. Who gets there, and how do you get there?
That's a fantastic question, Willie. Well, again, born and raised here in Tampa, right? So, and very humble beginnings, and I'm a humble cat, man. I'm a cornbread cat. God has blessed us to accomplish a lot in a short amount of time, and I'd probably tell you the one thing that I feel like I was blessed with was I really feel like the Father just blessed me with the ability to figure out what my purpose in life was, and figure it out at a relatively early age and at an early stage, to where I was able to be able to kind of pursue it and make some amazing things happen. But all that did not happen without adversity. Just like you read my incredible bio of all those accomplishments, I could put together another bio of failure, disappointment, hardship, things that didn't work out. And so I want everybody that's listening to understand that sometimes, adversity and challenge is actually your best friend. I just wrote a book about it. My latest book is called Thriving Through Your Storms. and it's 16 profound lessons to help you grow through whatever you go through in life. And people can pick that up on Amazon. Just look for Thriving Through Your Storms on Amazon. But the amazing thing for me, Willie, is that I was able to figure out at a young age what I really wanted to do in my life. I was raised in a Christian household, but I never wanted to, so I went to church every Sunday. And I was always impressed with preachers and speakers and guest speakers or whatever, because I felt like it was amazing how these people had this ability to stand up and be so confident and deliver their message in such a way that was so powerful and profound. And so when I was a young guy, man, even as a teenager, I mean, I was studying Zig Ziglar and Dr. Stephen Covey and Norman Vincent Peale and Tony Robbins and Les Brown and Dr. Willie Jolly and Brian Tracy. I mean, so my thing, I've never been big into reading novels and stuff like that, but I was always big into reading stuff about personal growth and development. That was just my thing. I was very passionate about how I could be a part of those kinds of material that would change lives. So, my mom raised me in a single parent environment. My real father was shot in the upper back twice fighting for you and I in the Vietnam War. So my dad's a Vietnam vet, but he could have sat back on a government check his whole life, Willie, but he decided that he was going to one day lead the same organization that rehabilitated him. He became the national director of the Paralyzed Veterans Association of America, and really, really amazing story. So that fortitude, that fight to make a dream happen, really came from my parents, and just instilling in me at a young age the importance of a work ethic, instilling in me at a young age the importance of figuring out what I wanted to do and going after my dreams. And I was raised in a great church here in Tampa, St. John Progressive, that really nurtured those gifts of presenting and speaking. And my sixth grade teacher, I got to be honest with you, my sixth grade teacher, who still teaches to this day, her name was Diane Williams, right there at Progress Village Elementary School, right here in Tampa.
Wow!
Is the lady that changed my life, man. On the first day of class in the sixth grade, she said, "You're not a youth at risk, you're a youth at promise." And she began to relabel my life. And had you asked her back then, would the top speaker, America's favorite communicator, Joel Osteen, would Joel Osteen ever tell her students' story to 20 million people, she'd probably tell you no. But Joel Osteen actually told my story in a message that he shared called "Tell People What They Can Become." And he told the story of the first person that told Denzel Washington he would be somebody in a barbershop, the first person that told Oprah Winfrey she was beautiful, the first how his wife Victoria told him that one day he would pastor when he was a videographer. And then he tells the story of this young guy from Tampa who was labeled an at-risk youth and had a teacher that relabeled his life. And now he's a national speaker that goes all around the world. So, Willie, my journey's been amazing, man. Hasn't come without challenges, but it's the beautiful part is there's been a lot of people that have spoken life and positivity and belief into me. And as a result of that, we've been able to use that and take it to the next level by helping other people do the same.
That blows me away. We have been in the same places because I'll tell you what, I grew up on 34th Street.
What?
Yep. I went to Providence Village Elementary School from 3rd grade to 6th grade when we moved to the Ville.
Small world, man. Wow.
That almost scares me. Yep. When I was at Providence Village, let's see, Sweet Tricks Williams was the principal there. That was a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's and you're right. It's one of those environments where, especially a little bit ago, they were very, very helpful in taking kids that they saw promise in and making sure they knew that, because it's really easy in these environments not to get that. If they saw promise, they have to speak things into your life, especially at a young age when you're 12, because frankly, we believed all of those people. Whatever they said, we just believed it. And if they saw something good in your life, we believed it and went with it. So that's fabulous. It's a great story. So tell me what you're doing now. What's on the agenda for next week for that? For example.
Right. Okay, so basically, man, here's where we're at. So basically, the last, just to kind of fill in the middle gap there. So once I finished sixth grade and Miss Diane Williams stepped into my life and changed the landscape for me, I had no more academic challenges, Willie. I went to junior high school, went to Bloomingdale. I was involved in different student leadership organizations. I got my first job when I was 14, bagging groceries at Winn-Dixie. I called myself a package executive. And so I really began to cultivate my work ethic at a young age, went to Florida State University, got my bachelor's and master's in 5 years with a 4.0 and no debt. So that was really an amazing collegiate experience that I had. And that's really kind of the impetus of how I started speaking, because when I came out of college at 21 and a half, and I started working for a big global consulting firm, worked there for a year, and then I got laid off and went from $50,000 to nothing in a day because the company split. And so when that split took place, I had just bought my first townhouse in West Chase, and I'm like, man, everything's great. I got a master's degree. I got a great corporate job, bought this townhouse, and then it's like before I made my first payment on the townhouse, I got laid off unexpectedly, and bam, that was it. That was the defining moment for me, Willie. And I said, okay, I got to make my dream happen. And so I was already involved in Toastmasters International, speaking for them, and so I just took all that to the next level. And Willie Jolly and Les Brown became mentors to me at that point, and I just began to grow the brand. And I took a job at University of South Florida for 2 years, and I was a professor. I taught public speaking at USF. I taught faculty and staff development at USF. And then on nights, weekends, and lunch breaks, I started building out my speaking dream. And I teach people how to transition from their job into their entrepreneurial dream. I wrote a book about it called Caught Between a Dream and a Job. That's Caught Between a Dream and a Job. And people can just visit the website, caughtbetweenadreamandajob.com, to learn more about that book. But at the end of the day, Willie, that transition is what got me into entrepreneurship so early. And I've been on this incredible ride ever since. I've been full-time for almost 13 years, man. I left USF in 2003, and I've been full-time ever since, man. And so it's been an amazing journey. And what we're up to now, man, is we are literally so we've done books, we've done television, radio, traveled all across the world. And I'm at a point and place now, Willie, where I'm really trying to take my impact from the stage to film and television.
Wow, and you went to Bloomingdale, and if you went to, you see, you know why that's this is freaking me out, because in the 80s, I was at Florida State University, was in Marching Chiefs, and I ended up at Bloomingdale. And if you ever went to a football game at Bloomingdale, you probably heard Raging Bull Marching Band. That was me.
Yes. What?
Scary. Yes, that was me.
Oh my gosh, Willie,
yeah.
That's incredible, man.
And people are gonna think there's no way that you guys didn't know this going in, but I swear to you,
right? Yeah.
No, but we didn't have. I didn't have any idea. That just blows me away. All right, so now we've taken all of this, and now it's time to not just get it out through individual audiences that come to hear you speak, or the people that you get asked to go speak for. Now it's time to take it to the masses in a real way. Again, doing what you've always done, taking what you've had to the next level. And the next level, obviously, is not the Willie Lawson Show. The next level is television. So
absolutely.
The television project, and the way you're doing it, that's what's unique. I think how you're funding this is incredibly unique. Tell my listeners about your idea for the show and how you're funding.
Thank you so much, Willie. I really, really appreciate that question, man. So you're exactly right, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're literally taking what we've done up to this point and completely saying, okay, at the end of the day, there's nothing more powerful than the medium of television and video. We all know that. I mean, YouTube is a bigger network than pretty much all the major networks. The major networks almost combined. There's more video content on YouTube than there is on any other platform out there. So we know that YouTube and iTunes and the whole online internet movement is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's kind of where it's at, you know. And so for me, I've done a lot of television. Even in the sixth grade when I was at Progress Village, one of the things that my sixth grade teacher did to redirect my behavior was she got me involved in the morning show. So I was involved in the morning show, and then when I got to college, my mentor in college was a guy by the name of Dr. Lee Jones, and he had a talk show. So I worked for him for free for about 4 or 5 years, helping him on his talk show. And so I've been on all these networks being interviewed as a best-selling author. So television's always been in my blood. And back when Donald Trump's Apprentice would come through Tampa to be to do casting calls for The Apprentice, I would audition right down there at WFLA. So I've always had television aspirations. Even when Oprah Winfrey had her Your Own Show kind of a thing, I auditioned for that as well. So I've always had aspirations of doing my own television show. I didn't think it was going to manifest in the way that it has. So what I did, Willie, was I've been developing and coaching speakers for a long time. And this is a key takeaway for everybody that's listening. When you're blessed to learn something and master something, I believe that you're also obligated to teach it. I believe that great leadership, Willie, is not only have I become successful, but have I helped others become successful. You see what I'm saying? And I think a true mark of a champion is someone who's really cultivated themselves and they've cultivated others along the way. So I've been developing speakers and authors in like a boutique-style 10 or 15-person kind of environments in hotels for like almost 10 years. And so about 2 years ago, it hit me. I was like, I'm doing great. Business is great, you know. But to be honest with you, I was starting to I was getting a little bit bored, Willie. I mean, I was getting bored with just, even though the events were incredible and the stages were awesome, I was getting bored because I was like, there's a way to make a bigger impact. And some people who have the influence to make the bigger impact, they have the television, they have the platform of television, and they're doing nothing with it. So I said, okay, how do I take what I'm doing and make it palatable for television? So, man, Willie, I took a step of faith, man. I said, I'm going to film my week-long speaker training program that I normally do in hotels. We're going to take it to a big mansion here in Tampa. And that's why Tampa really has to get behind this movement in a huge way, because this show was shot right here in the Bay Area, you know. And I believe that this show has the ability to put Tampa on the map in a whole different way. And so I filmed our week-long speaker training in Tampa. And I was like, what if we could rent out a mansion? What if we all lived together like Big Brother, like Hell's Kitchen, like The Apprentice, live together for a week in this mansion? And I taught my contestants everything I know about the speaking industry, but then we get on minibuses and we go all around town and we go to live audiences. We go to a high school. We go to Habitat for Humanity. We go to a nonprofit organization. We go to a shelter. We go to a school system. We go to Toastmasters International. We go to a business networking function, and I make these speakers apply everything I'm teaching them in front of live audiences and capture it in real time. What if we did something like that? And so it went from a what if to a reality in 2014 and in 2015. So we've shot 2 seasons of the show, and for the last 15 months, Willie, we've been shopping the show to big networks. And the feedback has been incredible. We created a great trailer for the show, and we've been shopping that show for about 15 months to the big networks, saying, hey, isn't this a great concept? And the networks love the show. They think there's nothing like it in the country. There's a need for it. There's a market for it. But they said, Delatorro, your show's too positive. Del, your show is too...
That's the saddest comment ever.
Yes, your show is too positive. There's not enough negativity in it. Did anybody sleep together, Delatorro? Did anybody have any affairs in the mansion? Did anybody break any furniture in the mansion? Did any of the cast members come on to you? Just all this negative stuff to try to create all this dirt in the show that was never there. This is a positive show. It was a competition show, but nobody got kicked off. And the name of the show is called The Keynote. And it's an inspirational business reality television show based upon the number one fear in America and Canada, which is public speaking. People would rather go to the grave. People would rather get bitten by a spider, go on a scary roller coaster, go in a haunted house, than stand up and give a presentation. Now, the people like you and I who do this for a living, that's like, wow, really? But
can't wait to get in front of people and start talking.
Yeah, but right, but for most people, they're like, are you kidding me? So we make a living in the same thing that's the number one fear to most people. So I said, what if we take this whole notion of the number one fear and we turn it on its head and we really use people's powerful stories to unpack how people can transform and break through barriers and limitations that have held them back from not only the fear of speaking, but the fear of all kinds of other things in their own life. And so, because public speaking is really just a metaphor for other things, because how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're afraid of speaking, you're afraid of a bunch of other stuff. So if we can get you past that, we can get you past anything. So people can learn all about this incredible movement at thekeynotecampaign.com. That's thekeynotecampaign.com, because what we decided to do, Willie, is because the networks said no, we've decided to take the role of the network, and we're using crowdfunding, which is a brand new, it's an incredible online way where you can raise awareness for a project, and you get to make people aware of what you're doing, and people get to go online and contribute towards your campaign and your cause. So we're raising awareness and we're raising funds so that we can post-produce and launch this show in the first quarter of 2016 ourselves, maintain the integrity, maintain the original cast, maintain the excellence, and get this thing out there for people to be able to enjoy with their friends, their family, their business colleagues, co-workers. And we're literally changing the landscape, and I'm sure you can hear the passion in my voice. We're changing the landscape, and we're giving reality television a facelift, brother.
See, you know what? It's interesting. You know, it's phenomenal, as a matter of fact. I think it's a fantastic idea. It instantaneously puts me in the mind of the show The Transformation.
Yes.
Well, there's nothing negative in transformation. People who are real big over the course of the year end up not being real big and exploring all those things in their lives that have made them real big. And it's normally fear. Fear is the deal. Fear of something or someone or themselves or failure or something. And I think this is a perfect thing. This may be, especially in the times that we live in, this may be the perfect thing at the perfect time. Because if you can overcome the fear of standing in front of, and I don't know about you, I have a lot easier time with an audience. The bigger the audience, quite frankly, the easier it is. Standing in front of 15 people, yes, that can be terrifying. But you know what? Maybe 1,500 isn't as terrifying, and I think that this is a fantastic idea, especially for our areas. If this is filmed in our area, this is perfect.
Absolutely. It was filmed here. We actually employed the production company. Was hired from right here in Tampa Bay. I mean, the show features us going all throughout the city, the airport, the mall. I mean, you know, the beaches, going across the bridges, different radio places we went to. I mean, so the show really showcases Tampa in a really amazing light. So everybody, please take a moment and visit thekeynotecampaign.com. Thekeynotecampaign.com. Our campaign went live October 15th, and we're running through November 30th. And we need everybody to get behind this movement. It is so vitally important. Let me just quickly talk, Willie, about the cost of reality television. At the network level, one episode, because television is awesome, but television is extremely expensive. So at the network level, one episode of reality television, just one episode of reality television, the budget is about $250,000 for one pilot episode of one show. We actually have the ability to produce 14 episodes. We've got enough content for 14 episodes over 2 seasons of positive, inspirational business reality television that is transformative personally and professionally. Everybody is going to get so tremendous value out of the show. It's not a show just for people who want to be speakers. It's not a show just for people who want to be in the professional speaking industry or improve their presentation skills. That's just the platform that we use. But at the end of the day, all the business principles that we teach in the keynote are applicable to literally everybody. And so we need everybody to get behind this. It's absolutely incredible, man. And the time to get involved is now. You know what I mean? Now.
Don't wait and don't try to wait and hear about it later. You just heard about it just now. So if you're listening now, that this is the time to go to www.thekeynotecampaign.com and pitch in. And pitch in, and even more so than that, I always tell people that, yes, if you do something, that's great, but you've got to multiply yourself. And if you like it, if you think it's a good idea, somebody else thinks it's a good idea too. Your friends will too. That's why they're your friends. So make sure you do something and then tell as many people as you can, hey, listen, I just went to the keynotecampaign.com. I heard Delatorro McNeal on the Willie Lawson Show, and there's this show that's filmed in our area, and it's going to be off the chain. So why don't you get involved too? Tell somebody else. Just don't do it yourself.
Absolutely.
And keep it yourself. Tell as many people as you can, because when I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon telling as many people as I can. So
thank you so much. Thank you, Willie.
That's what we do, man.
I really appreciate that, and you're so right. I mean, that's what's needed to change the landscape. We need, and that's what we're asking everybody to do. We're asking everybody to go to the Keynote Campaign, and watch and go when you go to the page. There's a great video from me. It's called the Appeal video, where I talk directly to camera about what the cause is, what the need is. And then there's a trailer there. And Willie, we even took it a step further. We went, because I've invested over $60,000 of my own money just to get the show to where it's at, to film the last 2 seasons, to create a trailer, and to create what we call a pilot episode, right? So what we did was we took a pilot episode and we took it to an AMC theater, in fact, the AMC Veterans Movie Theater, this past December. And we rented it out, 150 people, and sold it out in like 2 days, and just to see what people thought of the show. And, man, we had a film crew come out and capture that just to see what people thought of the show. And, man, what the general public thought of the show was absolutely fantastic, man. The feedback has been extraordinary. So I say all that to say we know this thing's got legs, and we know there's a need for it, and we're just trying to get everybody to get behind it and push the envelope forward, push the conversation forward so that we can make it happen. So, yes, please go to thekeynotecampaign.com and contribute. And let me speak to helping people understand the importance of contributing early. Y'all, with crowdfunding campaigns, it's all about momentum. It's all about, people like to jump in once they see something's really, really moving, right? So we need early support. Although the campaign doesn't end until November 30th, please contribute early, because the earlier you contribute, the more momentum the campaign gets. The news media likes to cover stories that have momentum. They like to cover crowdfunding campaigns that are almost close to reaching their goal, or at least they have a good chance of reaching their goal. So the first goal that we're trying to hit is we're trying to hit our 1/3 goal. And the reason why we're trying to hit our 1/3 goal is because once we get 1/3 funded, then Indiegogo, which is the platform that we're using to raise the funds, Indiegogo begins to start marketing our campaign to their network. Now, Indiegogo has a global platform of 300,000 followers on Facebook. Hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. So once a campaign hits 1/3 of its goal on Indiegogo, Indiegogo gets behind the campaign to help it become even more successful. So we're asking all of our Tampa folks and everybody that's friends, family, everybody, our news media contacts, we're asking everybody to get involved to help us get the word out so that we can at least get to that 1/3 mark, and then and even beyond that, because our goal is to be fully funded. And so that's why we need everybody's help to go to thekeynotecampaign.com, and we've got wonderful perks. That's the other good thing, Willie, about a crowdfunding campaign is they don't allow you to people to donate without receiving something back. So what we've created are these wonderful perks or thank you gifts that people get when they contribute at different levels. So when you go to the keynotecampaign.com, you'll see all the great perks, and then you can pick a level. And what we've been telling everybody to do is whatever level you pick, like you just said, Willie, challenge 5 of your friends. Go on social media and say, hey, I just donated to the keynote, and I'm challenging these 5 people to match my contribution. If we just do that alone, man, that will be a viral thing that everybody can participate in. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's time to get your it's time to, and I'll be happy, and I'll pledge to you now. It's time to get your Bloomingdale kids back on board. You're an alum. It's time to get this done. It's time to get all our Florida State folks who are still in the area that I know. It's time to get them. Y'all got degrees. Y'all got jobs. Y'all doing all right. It's time to get y'all on board too, because and we need to find. You know what? We need to find JW and see if we can get JW involved too. He's in town. Come on now.
That would be fantastic.
You see, because I'm all about, if you're going to do it, flip and do it.
Do the daggone thing. Right.
You're going to do it. Flip and do it. Don't play with it. Just do it.
Right.
So I'm all about that. So what you've got from me is another person who's on board, and I'm gonna be out there trying to make this happen for you. And now that I've got a goal where I see where we are, I'm on the site now, and I see where we have to be. It's time to go ahead and make this happen as soon as possible. This is, and people are always saying, Delatorro, people are always saying, golly, I wish I had something positive to watch on TV. Golly, all this stuff, all this Atlanta Housewives activity, blah, 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 blah. Well, here it is. Here's what you've been asking for. Just do it. because obviously people want it, and more importantly than wanting it, people need it. People need to find other people being successful because that encourages us. People that look like them, people who look like regular folks being successful, overcoming the same things that we worry about. And this is obviously what this is. So it's time for you, if you're sitting there right now with some headphones on at work when you should be working, that's all right.
Come on, somebody.
Don't worry about it. TheKeynoteCampaign.com. Do it now. Watch the appeal video and hit the pink contribute button. Just do it now, because if you say, well, I'll do it when I get home, you won't. Do it right now. Right this very moment.
Yes, sir.
I want to say, you know what, I'm going to watch this number, Delatorro. I'm going to watch this number over the course of the day, and I want it to go up. I've got a few internet connections. I got a few followers and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And I'm going to challenge them right up close and personal until we get to our goal. Because now it's my goal.
And I appreciate that.
You've been everywhere I've been, so now it's my goal too. You went to PV. I haven't met anybody who's anywhere near your age, because you're a lot younger than me, that was at PV. And then you left PV and went to Bloomingdale, where I spent 17 years working with the band at Bloomingdale. The first 17 years there.
What?
So I know that at some point you were in that football stadium the same time I was. I know it had to be.
I know it.
Had to be.
Yes, sir. Wasn't the band director's name? What was his name?
His name is Ted Hope.
Hope. Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Ted Hope.
Because Bev
white fellow, curly hair, balding in the middle. Yeah, that's him.
Because Bev Sutherland was over the choir in the chorus.
Yes.
And her room was right next to ours. And I was in show choir, concert choir, chamber choir. I mean, I was in all the choirs. Come on. Everything, man.
Yeah.
So So I agree with you, man. We really need to reach out to FSU alumni. We really need to reach out to Bloomingdale alumni. Just any connections here in the Bay Area. This is a big deal. I mean, I would love, and anybody listening to this who can get us. I'd love to have 5 minutes with the mayor. I'd love to have 5 minutes with Bob Buckhorn and say, hey, listen, Mayor, this is what we've done. How can the city of Tampa
I'll send it to him.
send
out
an e-blast or something to get behind this? It's really incredible.
I'll send it to him now. I'm not saying that me and Bob are we're not going to hang tonight. I don't have his cell phone number, but I can get to him. I can get to him, and I'll get this to him because it's important. And that's the deal.
Yeah.
Every one of us has some way and somebody that we can talk to.
Yep. And so the thing here, and I want to speak to this too, Willie, because it's really important that everybody understands that every dollar counts. So, like, for example, you might say, okay, well, Del, I can only give $10 towards your campaign. That's perfect. Give what you can, and then maybe if you can give later on in the campaign, give then too, or give your $10 and then challenge 5 of your friends to do it. Now your impact just went from 10 to 50. And let's say that you share it on your social media and someone else goes and they go to the page and they can give 250. Just because you gave your 10, you actually helped other people, you know what I'm saying? So you never know the impact of this. So it's really up to all of us to do our part. Like you said, Willie, everybody I know complains about how bad TV is and how there's nothing good on, that's not shooting people, that's not killing people, that's not about affairs, it's not about people cheating on each other, it's not about people drinking, it's not about people doing all this ratchet stuff, right? This is an extremely powerful, positive show. And here's the other thing that I love, Willie, and I think you'll really resonate with this as well. And I'm more than willing to join forces with you, Willie, and me, you, and maybe a couple other different people. If we need to do a internet radio or even a live broadcast like telethon where we raise money over the course of an hour, and we say, okay, hey, everybody, go online, go to this page, let's move the needle over the next hour. Let's do that. I'm totally fine with that. But one of the things that I love about one of the things that I love, Willie, is that the stories of some of these cast members is really extraordinary. Do you know we have veterans that are in season 1 and season 2 of the show, people who have served our country who in the armed forces and now want to become speakers and share their message. We have one young lady who's on the show, and she works in corporate America, and her whole goal is to get more corporations to hire more veterans. That's her whole passion. We've got a young lady who has been through divorce one or two times and is a single parent, raising 2 kids, wants to become a speaker so that she can create a network to inspire moms, especially single moms, to become entrepreneurs. We've got a lady who's overcome domestic violence. We've got a gentleman who's overcome cancer twice. We've got a woman who overcame cancer. We've got people who have overcome losing a child. I've got one of my cast members, Tamara. She's had 3 miscarriages, and she's a clinical psychologist in Virginia, and extremely successful, doing great things. But she has a daughter, but she's had 3 miscarriages. So just the pain of losing children like that, and still has the courage to stand up in front of an audience and tell a story that transparently, is amazing, And so the stories underneath, the sub-stories underneath the actual show and the crowdfunding and positive television and changing the face of reality TV, the sub-stories underneath are so just bananas, dude. It's really incredible.
Wow, that's amazing, and I'm completely down. I'm down with the cause, because it's time for this kind of programming and these kind of stories to be told. And I'm not detracting from people like Viola Davis, but when Viola Davis wins an Emmy on a show called How to Get Away with Murder, that features a bunch of people who killed some folks, and that's where we are. And I'm gonna get racial for just a second, and that's where people like me and you, that's where Black people are focusing their attention on that sort of ratchetness. That kind of hurts me a little bit. That maybe we should be supporting things that show, first of all, Black people in a better light, and show ourselves in a better light, and that we can look at ourselves personally in a better light. Because the 2 top shows that Black people watch on network television are Scandal, where we have a beautiful Black woman who's having a sexual affair with the white president of the United States, and somehow she's a hero. I don't understand. And her job is to run around cleaning up people's mess, even if they happen to kill somebody. And then we've got How to Get Away with Murder, and then we've got Empire. Really?
Yep.
You got, what, in the words of my friend who has the Hot Ghetto Mess website, we got to do better. We got to do better. And I think that this is one of those things, and I am completely and totally behind this effort, and whatever I can do, you've got me. We live in the same town, except that you travel the world and I travel the county.
I love it.
I may be up in Lutz. I have a date up in Lutz next week. If anybody wants to see me, I'll be in
Yeah. I will be in Wesley Chapel tomorrow. I love it, man. I love it. But that's incredible though. But that's what's so beautiful about it is, like, we're making a global impact locally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really profound. And we have an opportunity to really make a global impact and do it locally. And I think that's what's really bananas. So, I think those are just some really key things that we can focus on, as we push for this, I
don't know. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited. So we need to get this done right now. Go to the keynotecampaign.com and pitch in. We need to move this needle. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to be I'm working on my new website, because I have to do some, you know how websites are, what a pain in the butt they are. So we're doing a new one. I'm going to put a link on the website to the keynote.com, the keynotecampaign.com, and I'm going to reference this show and that website, because I'll do whatever I can. All right, listen, man. Well, I know that you're busy, and I got your email. Thank you so much. We'll go ahead and do what we do with that, and I'll send the thing that you sent me here, the press release. I'll send that to City Council. And I'll send that
sir.
To,
I greatly appreciate that.
Mayor Buckthorn, because he's been on the show a couple of times. And
fantastic!
So he's a friend of the show. It's a soft place for the mayor to land, and I try to make it so it's soft for the all my politician people to land, so they don't feel threatened because I'm such a threatening person. That's me.
Oh, and by the way, your good friend Chef Gaston is actually in the show.
Yeah. Oh, super! Because he is my good friend. He is somebody. He provided food. I had a fundraiser for my campaign on Friday, and he was very gracious about providing some fantastic food. And he's involved in the community at a high level. He shamed some of us of the things that he's been able to do at the Dream Center and the like. And that's because that's what this is all about. That's what all this is all about. It's about helping folks, and this kind of show and what you're doing in your professional life and the show helps people and encourages them at a time in this, it's a time on this planet right now where what a lot of people need is encouragement, because it's easy to be discouraged. It's so easy to look at what you're seeing outside your window and be discouraged. So you shouldn't be looking at your television screen and be discouraged too. So it's time.
That's right.
It's time to make things better. And you know what? And because you've been everywhere I've been, I'll tell you, man, I got your back. Whatever I can do. You got my number.
Well, man, Willie, that means the world to me, brother. That means the world to me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for opening up this invitation for me to come on your show, man. And
anytime.
And we're really, really excited about it, man. Really, really excited about it.
All right. Again, anytime you need me, you just call me and bang, it's there. All right, listen, man, go and do your thing. I know you have a day off, quote, whatever that is in your world. I mean, I understand that's probably not sitting on the porch in the swing watching the cars go by. That's not a day off in your world. But whatever your day off in your world.
we sure will, man. Yeah, just this week alone. I leave tomorrow. I speak for St. Petersburg College. Wednesday, I'll be in Columbia, Maryland. Thursday, I'll be in Hartford, Connecticut. Saturday, I'll be in San Diego, California. So my schedule is absolutely insane, man. And everywhere we're going, we're spreading the message about the keynote, and we're getting everybody involved. And so anybody that can help us, we would really, really appreciate it. That's thekeynotecampaign.com, thekeynotecampaign.com. Get behind transformational reality television. Now is the time. Thank you so much, Willie Lawson, for this wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And we'll talk to everybody real soon.
Thank you so much, Delatorro. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and God bless you. All right.
You too, buddy.
We're going to take a little break because we got to ring the registers, and we'll be back with more of the Willie Lawson Show right after this message. You have discriminating taste and an eye for the impressive. You need to surround yourself with not only beauty, but quality. That is why you are looking for a new construction home for you and your family. Let the experts at New Homes of Tampa Bay guide you to and through your new home purchase process. With access to hundreds of model homes throughout the Tampa Bay area, New Homes of Tampa Bay is sure to find that perfect match of budget and beauty you are looking for. New Homes of Tampa Bay can save you thousands of dollars while costing you nothing. Call us today before you start your new home search. New Homes of Tampa Bay at 813-770-9452 and at www.newhomestpa.com. All right, welcome back to the Will Lawson Show. A fabulous conversation with Delatorro McNeal. You say that there's nothing positive to watch on television, nothing good on TV. People say that all the time. There's nothing good on TV. TV's full of crap. Okay, I don't disagree. So now it's time, just like we always do here, it's time to do something. You know what? The network executives aren't going to wake up one morning and go, you know, the stuff that we're producing every day, it's crap. It's killing people. It's killing their spirit. It's killing them. It's discouraging them. It's terrible. It's encouraging all sorts of negative behavior in the culture. They're not going to wake up one morning and say it to themselves and say, we need to start producing more positive television. No, they're not. So what we're going to have to do is not just force them, we're going to have to do it ourselves. And when we get an opportunity, here's the deal. When we get the opportunity to do something positive, we need to do it. We need to get an opportunity to back something positive. We need to do it. And in the keynote, this show, the keynote, which is about taking some of these stories of these people that have been through a hard way and watching their transformation and seeing it can happen to them, knowing if it can happen to them, it can happen to you. And we all know that God is no respecter of person, so if it can happen to them, it can happen to you. They're not special in that sense. And finding that positive message, you know what, will make the difference in a lot of things. Ever realize the benefit and the impact that we have on other people. We sometimes just don't know. We just don't see it. You know, we live our lives and we're doing this and that, and we just don't see that we have an impact on other people. So you know what? In my world, everything you see, everything you hear, everything you read affects you. So when you have a chance to affect somebody in a positive sense, let's get behind that effort. TheKeynoteCampaign.com. Let's get behind that effort. It's time to move this needle. We're talking about Delatorro mentioned to me that the cost for one episode of reality TV is $250,000. One. They've got 2 seasons. Let's make this happen. And again, like you said, not later. Don't wait. Don't wait to see if it's going to happen. Make it happen. A lot of us wait too long. You know what? We wait too long on political campaigns. We want to see if they're going to make the next jump, the next level. But they can't. People can't make the next jump on the next level without your help now. It's like having a baby. You know what? I know when I'm running for office, campaigns are like infants. If you don't feed them early, they'll die. And these kind of ideas, if you don't feed them early, they'll die. And then you'll say, well, what happened? We thought that this was going to happen. Well, did you help? Did you feed the baby? No. Well, what did you think would happen if you didn't feed the baby? If you didn't support the campaign, if you didn't support the cause early on in its infancy, did you think that it would just survive because it was a good idea? It doesn't. We're all grown-ups. It doesn't work that way. Nothing works that way. So it's important to support these things early, get them going, just like we do our children. You know, we don't wait until our kids can support us. We don't wait until they have a job to feed them, let them live indoors, and say we were just waiting for them to be self-sufficient. What? When they're not self-sufficient, what do? You help them. You feed them, you house them, you clothe them, educate them. That's what you do. And these kind of campaigns, I'm trying to relate to you, are a lot like children, just like infants, little kids. You've got to support them early, because the support they have early will direct them when they are older. That kind of support will make sure that they go the right direction. So it is extremely, extremely important that you go to thekeynotecampaign.com and click on the contribute button right there. And after you contribute, hit the share button for Facebook. Go ahead and do that. And we got a few minutes. We're going to talk about some of the perks. And a perk is a thank you for your donation. At $5, you get your success download. You'll receive a digital download of what is success, 12 simple answers to one of life's most complex questions. A 1-hour coaching session with the best-selling author and TV show creator Delatorro McNeal himself. Plus, you'll be added to our special email list for show updates. For $25, you get You're on Fire, all the previous perks. You get the download, plus a digital download of Delatoro's interview live on Entrepreneur on Fire with John Lee Dumas, one of the most popular podcasts in the world. Additionally, you will receive a PDF download of an autographed copy of the keynote poster. Plus, you'll receive a free copy of Delatoro's newest book, Thriving Through Your Storms. That's for $25. For $50, you'll get all the other stuff I just mentioned. Plus, you'll receive a special digital download of ebooks, articles, special reports, and MP3 coaching sessions created by several members of the cast of the keynote. Additionally, you'll receive a copy of Delatoro's best-selling book, Caught Between a Dream and a Job. For $100, you'll get all that stuff. Plus, you'll receive an official keynote, fully funded T-shirt, a live DVD of Delatorro McNeal's called Entrepreneurial Thinking, How to Transition into the Life of Your Dreams. For $250, you'll get all that other stuff. Plus, we'll do a shout-out for you on your business on all social media platforms as a supporter of the keynote. Your message will reach over 10,000 people for $250. Nobody, that you can't beat that deal. For $250, reaching 10,000 people, can't do it. For $500, you'll get all that stuff, plus a $1,000 digital download from Delatorro and his elite team of colleagues. These resources have helped clients garner large contracts, repeat business, and explosive profits. These products will help you grow your aspirations in becoming a speaker. For $1,000, you'll get all that stuff, and plus you'll get a complete DVD set of both seasons of the keynote once all the episodes have launched and aired. Additionally, your name will be listed on the credits of each show as a contributor. Additionally, you will receive a copy of the Full Throttle Experience 10-disc DVD set. For $2,500, you'll get all that stuff, plus access to join 2 special Google Hangouts with the cast and crew of the keynote to discuss the upcoming episodes, what it was like to be on the set of the keynote, and steps they have taken to build their speaking careers. Additionally, you will have receive a free lifetime membership to the Crush the Stage University online presentation skills training. For $5,000, you'll get all that stuff. Plus, you'll get a private one-on-one coaching call with one of the experts featured in the Keynote TV show. Additionally, you will be invited to a one-day live mastermind with Delatorro, where you will get expert-level coaching to grow your business, dream, venture, ministry, or aspiration. Travel is not included. You need to go right now to thekeynotecampaign.com. Thekeynotecampaign.com. If you're tired, if you're sick of, embarrassed by what reality television has turned into, now is your time to do something about it. Not just talk about it, not just whine about it. Now it's time for you to do something about it. So let's as listeners and supporters of the Will Lawson Show, it's time to do something about it. All right, we got to get out of here. Thanks so much for coming to the Will Lawson Show here on Blog Talk Radio. Thank you to Delatorro McNeal for coming on the show. Thank you to my affiliate partners, TheRiverChronicle.com and New Homes of Tampa Bay, for helping us do what we do here. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.